Jack Black is a national treasure. We must protect him at all costs.
Right.
Comments such as this were normal just 1 year ago,
Yeah.
but after a string of
Honestly, I love Jack Black. And even after the fact that I saw like the Minecraft film, I was like, ooh, that's a bad one. But I mean, come on. Some of his films are pretty bad. It doesn't matter.
unexpected controversy, he's not only losing thousands of followers,
With
but every
controversy?
Jack Black comment section is flooded with negativity.
Really?
Compare this to only 11 months ago,
I had no
when
idea.
we listed Jack Black amongst celebrities who have basically zero haters.
Yeah.
There was nothing controversial about him. In a Reddit thread asking about the most beloved celebrities, one of the top comments was Jack Black. He's just such a lovable guy, how could you not like him? He never took life too seriously, always trolling the paparazzi and acting like a fool for the public's entertainment. By starting his own YouTube channel, Jack Black showed that actors are still just normal people,
Hey, what's up? It's me, Jack Black. This is my new YouTube channel, Jablinski.
giving him a relatable edge that made his fans adore him. So when he'd faced his first controversy roughly 2 years ago, his audience was generally forgiving. Jack Black had shown his support for a charity named Autism Speaks.
Okay.
Articles explained in 2013 he hosted an Autism Speaks benefit, and in 2015 performed at the Lighted Up Blue Autism Speaks fundraiser.
I mean, is that controversial? What is autism? Signs, newly diagnosed. I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, being able to diagnose autism early is actually really important in order to know how to handle a child like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this, but let's keep going.
In 2018, he'd promote the charity via Twitter, perhaps
Right.
ignoring it being extremely controversial. Autism Speaks hates autistic people.
What?
For over a decade, Autism Speaks tried to find a cure for autism. They treated autism like it was some type of disease that could be cured.
Okay, so if you knew that your unborn child was autistic, would you not abort it? A lot of people wouldn't, by the way. A lot of people would not abort it, but knowing that you would have to take care of this child for, it could be 40 years, okay? It could be until they're 60. It could be until they die, or until you die. It depends on how extreme the autism is, right?
People therefore complained on Twitter, friendly reminder that while Jack Black is currently trending, he has donated to ableist and eugenicist organizations like Autism Speaks and Next for Autism that focus on fixing and curing autism, a neurological condition. He has also attended Autism Speaks galas.
Okay, so but what does this mean? This is the controversial part. Autism needed to be cured or prevented. I think this is what people are against, or yeah, for some reason. Look, some people think autism is a really wonderful thing, and it's a beautiful thing. And I agree. It's beautiful that people are different. However, autism prevents a person from living life to the fullest. So if you could prevent autism in an unborn child, wouldn't you do that? I think like 99.999% of people would do it, because there's a difference between an autist child, like actual autism, and a regular child. I don't think most people realize this. So yeah, if this is their goal to like just have healthy children, then I don't see why it's so fucking controversial. Like, come on.
Yet his audience gave him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe Jack didn't know it was a bad company and was just trying to do something good and got duped. Just playing devil's advocate, what if he's unaware of the problematic issues? Jack Black seems like a decent person. This
I mean, he
explains why
is.
he'd also give political opinions.
Is that really a political opinion? Jack Black, Los Angeles, California. No text. Cup of Joe. I mean, it's just a joke. Okay.
But with his comments now reading, never get political, it always ends wrong,
Blah, blah.
this had become a primary reason for the fall of his reputation. Now, Jack Black has always been politically outspoken, but would make his arguments subtle and funny in the classic Jack Black style. For example, in 2017, Tenacious D performed This Government Totally Sucks, in which they joke about Benjamin Franklin getting naked and smoking weed. Similarly, in 2020, Jack Black made his own commercial, stating it's time to be a hero with a mask. Not this kind, but this kind, before jumping headfirst into his pool. Videos like that were pretty smooth and inoffensive.
Yeah.
However, by 2023, his political opinions were less about the comedy and significantly more direct.
Make America
For example,
rage
he'd
again.
give his opinion.
It is absolutely reasonable and logical to be opposed to the Israeli government treatment of Palestinians while simultaneously calling for the protection of Jews in Israel and around the world. Hamas is a terrorist organization that is attacking civilians by land, air, and sea. Jack Black made a YouTube channel showing people that he's just a human, right? And right here, Jack Black is just being a human, and he's just stating an opinion that is quite vague, in my opinion. Like, he's saying that he is opposed to the Israeli government, but that he's also opposed of Hamas. That's not a bad thing. Like, people are really blowing this out of proportion, in my opinion.
The Israel-Palestine war, for which he was heavily criticized, to the
With Jack Black trending right now on Twitter, please remember he supports Zionist propaganda. Remember, the only ones killing civilians in Palestine are Israel itself. Okay, most people know that is not true.
extent that people called for a Kung Fu Panda boycott.
Oh,
when he
come
shared
on.
an image reading "Climate change is a human rights crisis," the comments again weren't too positive. Goodbye, Jack, you lost human rights.
Climate change is a human rights crisis? Why is that so controversial? Are you fucking serious? What the fuck is wrong with people? What? Are you kidding me?
Rights crisis. The comments again weren't too positive. Goodbye, Jack, you lost me there. Nobody needs you to guide them politically. You're a professional court jester. That's why we watch you. OMG, LMFAO, Jack Black, you've gone down the gutter. In the meantime, about half of his
Did I miss
Twitter
something?
too positive. Reading
Climate change is a human rights crisis.
climate change is a human rights crisis. The comments again
No.
weren't too. You're a professional court jester. That's why we watch you. OMG, LMFAO, Jack Black, you've gone down the gutter. In the
What?
meantime, about half of his Twitter became political retweets, peaking in June 2024 when Jack Black endorsed the president.
Jack Black just delivered the strongest endorsement of President Biden this cycle, and in the process, he absolutely demolished Donald Trump. Retweets so all Americans see this. Look, I know that is super controversial. He's basically dividing half of his fans, and of course, he's going to lose some followers. So that was maybe not a great thing, but I don't think he really cares.
A few days ago, my manager called me and said George Clooney and Julia Roberts wanted me to help out the president, and I said, I am in. When and where?
He proudly reposted the video to his Twitter, but with almost as many replies as the post had likes, it's safe to say his message didn't land so smoothly. Love your work, I just wish you didn't endorse anyone. Hollywood needs
Yeah.
to stay out of politics.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do agree, but at the same time, he's allowed to have his opinions, but it shouldn't be like this crazy thing on stage and like, nah, come on. Nah, I mean,
You're a part of a lot of people's childhood laughs. Now you're just a deadbeat sellout. What a shame.
I don't think he's a sellout. I just think that's what he believes in. Okay, I think he's a leftist, and it's not a bad thing. It is what it is, you know?
You've only
Whatever.
alienated your fan base. We're here waiting for you to do better.
Yeah, he alienated his fan base. I mean, if that's how you feel, look, he's stating his opinion, right? And people choose to be alienated. It's not like he is alienating anyone. You choose to take offense. You could also just go like, hey, I disagree with you, but hey, you do you, man. I still like your movies. Like, just be a decent human being, you know?
the more polite replies as they only got worse. Over 15,000 people supported a response reading, "Add Jack Black to the list of pedo wood elites. Repost if you aren't surprised."
Pedo
Numerous
what?
other memes pushed similar allegations, with another person straight up stating, "Here's an awesome tip. Stay away from the pedophile at Jack Black just because he endorsed a presidential candidate." A different fan
Jesus
expressed,
Christ. Are people are fucking insane. What the fuck is wrong with people?
stating, "Here's an awesome tip. Stay away from the pedophile at Jack Black just because
Jesus
he
fucking
endorsed a
Christ.
presidential candidate." A different fan expressed, "I'm so beyond saddened by this political shilling. The word disappointing isn't strong enough. And I just attended one of your recent Houston shows. Well, never again, Jack."
Look, Jack Black probably knew that this was gonna happen, but he also knew that the people that would take it this seriously, he doesn't really want those people to be around, you know?
And in a poll asking, "Have you lost all respect for at Jack Black?"
Jesus
85%
Christ.
responded with yes. The poll was likely somewhat biased,
Yeah.
but still, for the first time ever, Jack Black was losing followers. However, this likely wasn't a massive concern, as he was busy with something else completely. Tenacious D, Jack Black's band, had been traveling the world on their spicy meatball tour. They'd been through North America, all across Europe, and had
Nice.
landed in Australia just
I actually saw him in Sweden. It was back in 2022, I think, or 2023. I think it was 2022. He's still slaying.
24 days after Jack's presidential controversy. They scheduled their second show in Sydney for bandmate Kyle Gass's birthday, celebrating on Instagram before the show started. This continued into the band's performance, which would lead to the following interaction.
Don't miss Trump next time.
Okay.
Mixed feedback immediately rolled in.
Yeah.
Some people said that they're a comedy band that make dark jokes. It was a joke, they make jokes.
I mean, yes, they do make jokes, but that was unnecessary.
Whilst others plainly stated, "Sorry Jack, but I'm out." One senator tweeted, "There is no place in Australia for those who wish for the assassination of others," demanding that Tenacious D must be deported immediately.
Yeah.
As a result, Kyle Gass apologised, writing, "The line I improvised on stage Sunday night in Sydney was highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake. I
Yeah.
don't condone violence of any kind, in any form against anyone. What happened was a tragedy, and I'm incredibly sorry for my severe lack of judgment. I profoundly apologise to those I've let down, and truly regret any pain I've caused."
There we go. And you can see that it's sincere. Come on. I mean, what more do people want? So it was a mistake. And he didn't try to gaslight anyone or no. He just said, "I'm sorry."
Jack Black added, "I was blindsided by what was said at the show on pain I've caused."
Oh, so Kyle wrote that. Okay, so Kyle wrote
Jack
it.
Black added,
And
"I was blindsided by what was said at the show on Sunday. I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form, but after rewatching the
There we
clip,
go.
people didn't buy it." Black was blindsided. He laughs when Kyle says it. He doesn't condone that kind of speech, but you see him laughing when the comment is made. Jack's apology continued.
I mean, people make mistakes, and like, it's an edgy joke, and I've made that joke before with my friends, but at the same time, they know that I'm not being serious. Like, of course, I wouldn't wish that death on anyone, right? Come on, dude. It's just, but of course, it was a really bad thing to say in front of everyone. But they apologized, so yeah.
After much reflection, I no longer feel it is appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I am grateful to the fans for their support and understanding. He'd stated in an interview 3 weeks later, "We need to take a break. Everybody needs a break sometime and we'll be back," but it was already too late. Even those people who didn't mind the joke were disappointed by Jack's lack of support for his bandmate. Your friend of over 30 years
SN lost a massive amount of respect for Jack Black. Your friend of over 30 years says one bad throwaway joke that gets an overreaction. What do you do? tell everyone to stop overreacting, immediately cancel the tour, dissociate from said person, allow his career to tank. Did he disassociate from Kyle? I mean, aren't they still friends? Look, here's the thing. You can't satisfy anyone. Look, now someone has lost massive amount of respect for him because he didn't tell people to stop overreacting? Come on, dude. What the fuck do people want? People don't want anything. People just want to nag. They just want to cry and nag.
It gets an overreaction. Like, have at least a bit of backbone and stick up for
Shut
your
the
friends.
fuck up.
A different person said the weird thing with cancelling the Tenacious D tour over a bad Trump joke tells me, yeah, dude cares more about money above all else now.
Canceling the tour cares about money. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? He cancelled the tour and he cares about money. Well, if he cares about money, then he wouldn't fucking cancel the tour, you fucking dumbass. What the fuck? Like, what is wrong with people? Am I going crazy? Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Now, and will throw friends under the bus to maintain cash flow. The public no longer gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Jack Black is the ultimate sellout clown.
Which began to impact his future movies. Under the bus to maintain cash flow.
Under the bus? Hold up. Jack Black says he's still friends with Kyle and says Tenacious D will be back. Just needed a break. And he's not even saying that their friendship needs a break. He just said Tenacious D needs a break.
Flow. The public no longer gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Jack Black is the ultimate sellout clown.
Which began to impact his future movies. I remember a time when seeing Jack Black in a movie excited me. Now I skip it completely.
Jesus.
Borderlands got 10% on Rotten Tomatoes and has been considered one of 2024's. Borderlands got 10%.
Borderlands. Let's check it out. Verified audience, all audience. Top critics, all critics. Okay, so there's definitely a difference here. This is definitely a bias. Let's check one more thing. Intermove database. 4.6. I mean, still, it's like almost 50%, right? So the 10% is definitely a bias.
On Rotten Tomatoes and has been considered one of 2024's worst movies. On the Dear Santa trailer, people criticized Jack Black just jumping on every movie these days, and nothing showed this better than his casting as Steve. There are many reasons why Minecraft's trailer has already gained over 1 million dislikes, the main one being, according to Forbes, the appearance of Jack Black as Steve, where he simply looks like everyday Jack Black in a blue shirt with his now signature wild hair and grey streaked beard. It's absolutely
that's true.
bizarre.
He's basically just playing Jack Black, but in a blue shirt.
Yeah.
It looks like he rolled
Yeah, I'll give him that. That is ridiculous.
out of bed and they gave him this blue shirt instead. All right, now you're Steve.
He could have said, I am Jack Black, and it would have made zero difference. They gave Jack Black a blue shirt and called it a day. People joke that the director should have instead been cast as Steve, leading Jack Black to respond to the hate. I just think the backlash we're getting is ridiculous, especially from grown men who don't get that this movie isn't just for them. It's for a new generation, yet it seems the new generation
I mean, he's not wrong.
don't want it either.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna believe a random comment on YouTube, okay? There's definitely gonna be kids that are gonna watch the movie, and they're definitely gonna like it. Some won't, but a lot of them will.
My son is a Minecraft kid in elementary, total trash. This doesn't even appeal to the target audience.
I mean,
as a result,
so you're saying that just because your kid says so, that means that no kid is gonna like it? Okay.
Jack Black's rapidly losing followers on every social media.
Okay, people are really going overboard. Alright.
He pulled a Dwayne Johnson and became a soulless corporate husk of his former self, who plays the same character in each of the far too many terrible movies.
Hey, he has always played the same character. People just realized it now, okay? He always plays the same character. Okay, so what are people saying? I don't think Borderlands' failure is due to Blackjack. I mean, I don't know, I haven't watched it. Talking about your political stances like flashing someone. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the only thing that he did wrong. It was probably a bad move to talk about his political opinions or views. I'm autistic. If there was a cure, I'd take it in a heartbeat. I'm guessing the hate comes from the ones who call it their superpower. It's not a superpower, it's a disability, and I really wish I wasn't disabled. Look, there it is. Let me tell you, nobody wants to have an autistic child. Yes, if you already have an autistic child and you love it, of course you want to take care of it. But if you could decide before the baby was born, then of course you would not decide on an autistic child. Of course not. So it's just a bunch of Twitter people getting angry again. Yep. I'm autistic and there's nothing wrong with trying to find a cure. It is a disability. P.S. It's funny that they chose the roundest person to play a square character. That's funny, man. What's wrong with trying to find a cure for autism? I'm autistic and I wouldn't wish this life on anybody. Look, there we go. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. You can fight me on this in the comments, but I'm right 3 times now. Social media made it way too easy to share things. I mean, yeah, people are just way too fucking soft. Seriously. Most people will never meet a person with non-verbal autism. So most people have come to think of autism just means something like socially awkward or safe and genius. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah. It was a good video, and you don't have to be afraid of telling your own opinions. You don't have to be afraid of going against emotion. Because sometimes, like in this case, you're actually kind of based for just saying, dudes, you guys are being fucking morons right now. Like, why the hell are you kind of attacking Jack Black for nothing, right? And we're talking about, it seems like millions of people are just attacking him for no reason. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts about this? Fight me in the comments or praise me in the comments. Yeah, okay, if you enjoyed this, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.